Let's continue looking at this question on curve sketching. We have done part A already. Now we're ready to look at part B. Find the coordinates of the stationary points. Alright. Let's erase some of these things that we had. Now, the stationary points. First of all, before we look at stationary points, there are two ways that this curve might be shaped, because it's a cubic curve, right? It could be shaped like this, or it could be shaped like this. Alright? If it's shaped like this, the stationary point would be here and here, because at the stationary point the gradient is 0, so if you draw a tangent to the curve, the gradients will be 0. In this case, you have here and here. So you're looking at a local minimum and a local maximum. Now, at these points, the gradient is 0. So what we need to do is to find the gradient function. And then since the gradient would be 0, you equate it to 0 and then find x. So we have f of x is x cubed minus 2x squared minus 6x. Let's find f prime of x to get the gradient function. This will be what now? 3x squared minus 2 2's 4x minus 6. Okay, good. Now, we are going to equate this to 0, because that's what happened at the stationary points. Now, what we have is 3x squared minus 4x minus 6 equals 0. We need to solve this. This is a quadratic equation, so we're going to have to use quadratic formula to solve this. Let's use the quadratic formula. X equal negative b. B is negative 4, so negative 4 is positive 4. Plus or minus the square root of b squared, which is 4 16. Negative 4 square root will be positive 16. Minus 4ac, 4 by 3, which is 12. 12 by negative 6, negative 72. Alright? Now, this will be over 2a, which is 2 by 3 is 6. So what we have is 4 plus or minus the square root of 16 plus 72. 6 and 2, 8. 7 and 1, 8. The square root of 88 over 6. So x will be, now what we're going to have is, in one case, will be 4 plus the square root of 88 equal that over 6 is 2.23. So we have 2.23, and x equals, in the second case, it will be where we subtract. So in this case, 4 minus square root of 88 equals, and this over 6 will be negative 0.897. Negative 0.897. Alright. So the coordinates. So far, we know the x values of coordinates 2.23, comma, and something else. Then it's going to be negative 0.897, comma, and something else. We're going to find out what that something else is. Those will be the y values, right? So, what we will do is put the x values into this function, into the f of x, to find y. So what we have here is 2.23. X cubed is going to be 2.23 cubed. This doesn't My basic mode doesn't have a cube, so I just multiply 2.23 by 2.23 by 2.23. Alright, minus 2 minus 2 times 2.23 squared, 2.23 squared equals that, minus 6 times 2.23. We get negative 12.24. So we have negative 12.24, negative 12.24. Alright. I have to make a little more space with it, it's a bit small. Negative 12.24. Alright. Now what happens at negative 0.897? We have, let's just use the 0.897 times 0.897 times 0.897, and it's going to be a negative. So we have negative 0.7217 when we cube that, minus 2 times, when we have this multiplied by itself, when we have the square root, we have positive, so we don't have to worry about the negative sign here, times 0.897 squared equals minus 6 that by negative 0.897. It will become a plus 6 times 0.897 equal, and we have 3.051. 3.051. Alright, so we have the coordinates of the stationary points. So one will be at 2.23, negative 12.24, somewhere here. And the other will be at negative 0.897, 3 point something, somewhere here. Alright. Now, it seems to me, I can bet you, that the stationary point at 2.23, negative 12.24 is going to be a minimum point and the other one maximum. But you need to find it out using calculus. Alright? So they say classify the stationary points as either minima or maxima. We will figure that out in the next video.